Hello everybody, welcome back to the Tournament of the Old World as we're kicking off with a brand new faction to run through. We're going through the Skavens today as we've got Lord Skrolk versus Ikit Claw in round 1. We have Jeff the Ref, who is in a fetching blue and white ensemble today, who's letting us know that things are a go-go. And as we go over to the two forces, starting with Lord Skrolk's force over here, he's brought an interesting size force which is about to be hit with magic right at the beginning. We've got a Skaven slaves with spears, backed up with the rest of his front line consisting of some good old frontline clan rats, alongside a unit of rather dangerous and powerful looking rat ogres. Behind them, forming the skirmish line and special character line, we've got a warplock Jezzails, basically rat snipers, backed with Lord Skrolk himself, and an assassin special character that he's brought to the field, and a specialist unit in the form of the Poison Wind Globadiers. Quite a famous Skaven unit, if I remember correctly. And behind all of that, a unit of sneaky night runners, basically like kind of rat ninjas, basically. And for artillery, he's bringing a warp lightning cannon team. Very impressive and frightening piece of siege equipment. Now, across the field from him, we have Ikit Claw. Ikit Claw is bringing another sizable force, which is to be expected of Skaven. He's got his own unit of rat ogres, followed by a deep front line of Skaven slaves, a weak unit, but there's always safety in numbers, so to speak, several units of those. His best unit is a unit of storm vermin with sword and shield, which are some of the more impressive Skaven infantry on the field, and another Skaven slave with spears. His skirmish line consists of a potentially quite dangerous rattling gun team. It's minigun rattlings that fire warpstone bullets at you, with Ikit Claw himself backed by a Packmaster support specialist unit, and behind them a unit of night runners with slings, basic sling infantry basically, ninjas with slings, and his own artillery, but he's decided to bring a Plague Claw catapult, which, given the terrain, might not be a bad choice. But as we kick off this round, as we can see, there was a spell cast over there, hit the night runners, but didn't seem to do any real damage. The warp lightning cannons firing their shots, going a little wide, but they did seem to hit a target. Looks like they're specifically aiming for Ikit Claw. Meanwhile, the return fire from the Plague Claw catapults, they try to hit the warplock Jezzails. They're being quite maneuverable there. They did take a little bit of damage. Both sides holding firm. No, actually, I'm talking absolute crap, as usual. Ikit Claw's forces are the aggressors, and they're moving in quite rapidly, using those trees for cover. Not a bad idea. Quite smart. We've got the artillery fire still coming in on the warplock Jezzails. Not really sure at this rate whether they're going to get much use out of them, considering how much fire is coming their way. But can the warp lightning cannons return fire? A couple of hits. Again, nothing really significant being shown here. Artillery-wise. Oh, a unit. Oh, there's rats literally exploding into chunks on the floor there. His arms have come off. As both front lines are now getting stuck in, the warplock Jezzails are actually fleeing quite early. As we see that Lord Skrolk just got hit by some kind of ice attack there. The rat ogres there of Skrolk's forces getting stuck in against the rather nasty storm vermin with shields. And frankly, the whole thing has just turned into an insane melee at this point. The Poison Wind Globadiers chucking in their nasty grenades, basically they're going to do a lot of damage over time, but I don't know if that's also going to affect some of his own units there. We've got a spell attempted to be cast over here on the enemy rat ogres. At least I think it's a spell, may just be a special ability. For some reason, and I don't know why, but it looks like the warplock Jezzails have decided to get involved in the fight. And I think earlier in the scrum, we may have actually seen yep, there they are, the rattling gun team. For some reason, a powerful unit at range combat decided to run straight into the fray. Not quite sure why. There's a huge spell going off there as the rattling guns have taken significant losses. Nasty hit there though on some clan rats. We've got units all over the place fleeing and just general disarray. The centre has completely collapsed. The warp lightning cannons have moved up for some reason. I mean, these are Skaven. I know they're not the smartest out there, but I at least thought they were a cunning race of rat people, but apparently not. Now, the left side of Skrolk's forces have completely collapsed, leaving the artillery open for attack, a common theme that we've seen here throughout this series of videos. And the right flank of the clan rats and rat ogres are starting to stabilise. The Poison Wind Globadiers are getting stuck in. There's Jeff over in the trees. but I'm not sure how this is going to happen. Both flanks seem a bit shaky. Meanwhile, in the middle, Lord Skrolk is just getting stuck in alongside the assassin, who seems to be targeting the Packmaster. Ikit Claw there using some kind of fancy warpstone related technology, but we've got rat people all over the place. There's dead rats all over the floor, lots of them are missing body parts. But it looks like his entire centre, which majorly are Skaven slaves, a very weak unit, seem to have taken a lot of damage. We do see the rattling guns finally being used, as they should be. Though they seem a bit scatterbrained on their firing. I guess there are friendlies ahead of them. That seems a bit uncharacteristic of Skaven. They should generally just fire into their own fellow ratmen, with very little cause for concern for their own people. Another nasty blast there kills a lot more clan rats who seem to be charging headlong into the fray. Ikit Claw himself is starting to flee. We've got the Packmaster who's being chased by Lord Skrolk, and oh, the big hammer! he just hit him so hard his head came off. The Packmaster is most definitely dead. Ikit Claw, he's had enough. He's running. Ikit Claw still got a Rat Ogre's unit and a unit of Night Runners with slings still in the fight, but it looks like a majority of his forces have decided to flee the battle. He does still have his Plague Claw catapults, as we can see that Lord Skrolk is still getting stuck in. He's chasing down some of the rattling guns now, so that explains why their rate of fire has stopped. Big old swing, he gets another unit there. The assassin seems to have stayed in the middle. He's just running around, trying to look all ninja as he goes there. Surprised he hasn't got a knife in his tail. They're ready to stab with, but the Rat Ogre units get stuck in, but there's honestly not a lot left there in the Rat Ogres. They're shattered, they're exhausted, they've been hit with the poison wind, and again, so have the friendly Rat Ogres, as it seems to do damage over time to both sides. And that's it! Jeff has called it right there and then, and it's not a surprise really. There are still plenty of Skavens on the field for Ikit, but they're all slaves. It's unlikely they actually want to be bothered in this fight. What are they getting out of it? They're slaves. So if we go over here to the end of round screen, we can see exactly what the breakdown was. Now we can see that Lord Skrolk was MVP of his own force. He got 91 kills in that fight. His assassin getting 21, his Night Runners getting 24. The Poison Globadiers, due to their AoE attack and their damage over time, 84, with a single kill for the Warp Lock Jezzails. They didn't last very long. The Warp Lightning Cannons, again, disappointing. 12 kills, 79 for the Rat Ogres, which is a very respectable score. And the two Clan Rat units getting 11 and 16 between them, with the Skaven Slaves getting 12. I mean, the Skaven Slaves for Lord Skrolk did better than the Clan Rats. These lot, they're going to get eaten tonight. Now, over on Ikit Claw's side, Ikit Claw did just as well, if not better, than Skrolk, getting 94 kills in his run there. The Packmaster did absolutely nothing and got his head knocked off by Lord Skrolk. Now, he had a unit of Skaven Slaves that got 29 kills, another unit that did 0, and one unit that killed 1, and his Skaven Slaves with Spears got 0. Just to put it into perspective here, his Skaven Slaves with Spears got 12, his got 0. The Storm Vermin got 36, the Night Runners with Slings got 1, the Rattling Gunners killed 2. Well, his Rat Ogres did 122, and his Plague Claw did 103. So you can see that his monstrous unit and his artillery did brilliantly, but his infantry line just completely let him down. Ikit Claw, if he just brought himself the Rat Ogres and the Plague Claw catapults, would have done just as well. So we can see by the numbers, Lord Skrolk brought 774 and lost 416 for 358 remaining, and Ikit Claw brought over 1,000 rat men. Lost more than Lord Skrolk, still had 682 on the field, but obviously not enough to keep him in the fight. So round 1 goes to Lord Skrolk as he moves forward into the next round of this at the Skaven TOTOW. 6 legendary lords in total, so we're going to have quite a few rounds in this one. It's going to be interesting to see. There's going to be a lot of slaughtering rat people, and it could be a bit crazy to keep track of, but I'll try my best to keep track of it for you. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this series. I certainly am, and we'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.